Your person can see and feel things about this journey you are both on, and they know they can connect with you telepathically when they are alone. There's an unspoken bond between you, one that transcends physical presence and manifests in the quiet moments of solitude. Over the past few months, this connection has been tested by numerous upheavals, where it seemed like your person was constantly distracted by karmic interference. These tower moments, as some might call them, have been intense and disorienting. They have faced challenges and distractions that pulled their focus away from the connection you share. However, amidst the chaos, a realignment is occurring on both sides. Despite the external turbulence, there's a sense of things coming into harmony. You may feel like things are stagnant and not progressing, but this perception is misleading. Beneath the surface, significant introspection is taking place. Your person is deeply reflecting on the bond you share, weighing its importance and contemplating the future. Your absence has been a catalyst for profound realization. In the quiet void left by your physical presence, they have come to see just how integral you are to their life. This time apart has made them acutely aware of the void you fill, not just in terms of companionship, but in the deeper, more essential aspects of their being. They desire you not just for lustful purposes but for something far more profound and healing. There's a longing to reconnect, to refuel their spirit and feel whole once again. When you were both actively exchanging energy, there was a palpable vibrancy to their existence. Your presence sparked creativity and encouraged them to think outside the box. Ideas flowed more freely, and there was a sense of purpose and direction. Without you, however, their world has dimmed. They feel a profound sense of dullness and purposelessness that underscores just how much they relied on the dynamic energy you provided. Your person has been accustomed to a certain way of interacting with the world. They are used to being the dominant force, ensuring that others cater to their needs and desires. This role of being in control and having others please them is something they have navigated comfortably for a long time. But with you, it's different. Your relationship breaks the mold of their usual interactions. There's a depth and reciprocity that challenges their usual patterns of dominance. With you, they can't simply dominate and expect compliance. Instead, there's a mutual exchange that requires vulnerability and openness. This realization is transformative for them. It's not just about adjusting their expectations but about fundamentally reassessing how they relate to others and what they truly want in a relationship. The reflection brought on by your absence has been both enlightening and humbling. They see now that what they have with you is unique and irreplaceable. The connection isn't about power dynamics or superficial fulfillment, it's about genuine connection and mutual growth. They are beginning to understand that this journey you are both on isn't just a passing phase but a significant chapter in their life story. It's a chapter that demands introspection, growth, and a willingness to embrace change. Your person is learning to value the deeper, more meaningful aspects of your relationship, recognizing that true fulfillment comes not from domination but from genuine connection and shared purpose. In these moments of solitude and reflection, they are connecting with you on a different level. The telepathic bond you share becomes a source of comfort and clarity. They are beginning to see the path ahead more clearly, understanding that to move forward, they need to embrace the lessons learned during this period of separation. The journey is far from over, but the realignment happening now is setting the stage for a more balanced and harmonious connection. Your person is gradually shifting their perspective, moving away from old patterns and towards a new way of being. This transformation is not just about personal growth but about deepening the bond you share, creating a foundation for a future that is both fulfilling and sustaining for both of you. You don't realize the profound pain I feel over what I have put you through. The burden of guilt weighs heavily on my heart, and the thought of explaining myself and apologizing fills me with dread. The fear of seeing the pain I have caused you is overwhelming. Every time I think about the hurt I inflicted, it's like a knife twisting in my heart. I am consumed with anger at myself for messing things up with you. This self-directed fury is relentless, a constant reminder of my mistakes. I have been grappling with overwhelming depression because of you. The sadness is deep and pervasive, coloring every aspect of my life. I often find myself lost in thought, replaying our moments together and wishing things had turned out differently. Everywhere I go, I see a little part of you in everyone I meet. It's in the way someone smiles, a familiar laugh, or a gesture that reminds me of you. These small reminders only make me miss you more, amplifying the void your absence has left in my life. I yearn to hold your face in my hands and look deep into your eyes, hoping that in those moments, you could see the sincerity of my regret and the depth of my sorrow. I am sorry for all those times when I made you think I didn't care. The truth is, you are never far from my mind. Your presence lingers in my thoughts constantly, and it pains me that I ever made you feel otherwise. You are special to me, even though I foolishly told you otherwise. My actions were driven by a misguided belief that you deserved better than what I could offer. In my attempt to protect you from my own flaws and insecurities, I ended up pushing you away. It's a decision I regret deeply, one that haunts me every day. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. Those words were spoken in moments of weakness and frustration, and they did not reflect my true feelings. Please know I did not mean them. Each hurtful word was like a piece of my own heart being torn apart, and I have been living with that pain ever since. Without you, I have been hurting in ways I never thought possible. The depth of my suffering is something I can't fully express. It's a constant, gnawing ache that permeates every aspect of my being. You have no idea how much I have tried to numb the pain, but nothing works. I have sought solace in distractions, hoping they might fill the void, but they only provide temporary relief. The emptiness remains, a stark reminder of the loss I brought upon myself. I often find myself reflecting on the moments we shared, the joy we experienced, and the bond we had. Each memory is bittersweet, a reminder of what was and what could have been. The laughter, the shared secrets, the tender moments, all of them are etched in my mind, making the present absence all the more painful. I regret every decision that led to our separation. I replay our conversations in my head, wishing I had chosen my words more carefully, handled situations with more grace and understanding. I see now how my actions were driven by fear, fear of vulnerability, fear of not being enough, fear of failing you. My love for you was never in question. It was my fear that clouded my judgment and led me to make decisions that hurt you. I pushed you away because I felt unworthy of your love and convinced myself that you deserved better. But in doing so, I deprived myself of the most precious thing in my life, you. The pain of our separation is a constant reminder of my failure, and I carry it with me every day. I have tried to move forward, to find a way to live without you, but everything feels incomplete. The world seems dimmer, the colors less vibrant. Your absence is like a shadow that follows me, a constant reminder of my loss. I am sorry for all the pain I caused you. If I could go back and change things, I would do so in a heartbeat. I would hold on to you and never let go, cherish every moment, and make sure you knew how much you mean to me. Please know that I am truly sorry. My heart aches for the opportunity to make things right, to show you that I have learned from my mistakes and that I am capable of being the person you deserve. I hope that one day, you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Until then, I will carry the weight of my regret and continue to miss you every single day. Your partner is in a state of desperation and is teetering on the edge of making an impulsive move toward you. This desperation stems from a deep-seated jealousy that has reached its peak, exacerbated by observing you thriving in your own little world. You are cherishing everything the universe has offered you, exuding an energy that is remarkably calm and composed. In contrast, your partner feels a magnetic pull toward you, a strong desire to reconnect and ensure that you do not forget about them and the beautiful connection you once shared. The situation has made them realize how significant this bond is, and they are driven by an urgent need to confess their true feelings. They want you to understand the reasons behind their past actions, specifically why they blocked or ghosted you. Their actions were not rooted in malice or indifference but were a misguided attempt to protect themselves from the fear of rejection. They were overwhelmed by a false sense of ego and pride, which led them to distance themselves in a bid to shield their vulnerabilities. However, this decision now fills them with profound embarrassment and regret. Your partner acknowledges that their actions were wrong and that they have caused you considerable pain. This realization has come as a consequence of facing their own karma. The hardships they are experiencing now are a direct result of the wrongs they committed against you. During this dark phase of their life, they have been forced to confront the extent of the hurt and manipulation they inflicted upon you. Their insecurities and fear of abandonment drove them to behave in ways that were deeply unfair and hurtful. As they grapple with their current circumstances, your partner is gaining a clearer understanding of the impact of their actions. They are haunted by the memory of how they treated you and are filled with remorse for the pain they caused. This period of introspection has been painful, yet it has been crucial in making them realize the depth of their feelings for you and the importance of the connection they severed. They are now acutely aware of how their actions were driven by their own insecurities and fears, rather than any shortcomings on your part. In their darkest moments, your partner has come to understand the value of what they lost. The calm and balanced energy you currently radiate only amplifies their longing and regret. They see you flourishing, embracing the gifts of the universe with grace and serenity, and it magnifies their sense of loss. Your ability to remain composed and at peace despite the past only serves to highlight the contrast between your state of being and their current turmoil. Your partner is desperate to bridge the gap that has formed between you. They yearn to express their sorrow and seek forgiveness for the mistakes they made. Their fear of rejection, which once drove them to push you away, now propels them to seek reconciliation. They want you to know that their past actions were not a reflection of their true feelings but rather a manifestation of their fears and insecurities. This revelation has brought them to a point where they are willing to lay bare their vulnerabilities and confront the mistakes they made. They hope that by confessing the truth and expressing their regret, they can begin to mend the rift between you. Their current state of desperation is not just about their need to be close to you but also about their desire to make amends for the wrongs they committed. They are deeply sorry for the pain they caused and are committed to proving that they have changed. The realization of their misdeeds and the consequent karmic retribution have humbled them, making them more aware of the preciousness of the bond they shared with you.